Hello viewers, this is Saurav in the studio and you are watching Rundown only on Prag Digital. Let's have a look at today's top stories. Assam government to utilize money donated by people to buy COVID-19 vaccines. The government of Assam is set to utilize the contribution of over rupees 100 crore by the people of Assam to help the government fight the deadly coronavirus to purchase the vaccines for the ordinary people. If the centre does not pay for the vaccines, Assam Health Minister Dr. Himanta Biswa Sharma said that the centre will pay for the vaccines of 2.9 lakh registered beneficiaries from the two categories of health workers and frontline workers. The vaccination drive in the state as well as the country started on Saturday. The next phase of the vaccines will be for the people above the age of 50 years and the ones with morbidities from any age. Vaccination drives will be carried out for the general people only after all these categories of prioritized people are vaccinated. However, Prime Minister Narendra Modi has not yet mentioned about the one who will bear the cost of the vaccines in the third and the later phases. Dr. Sharma said that they are mentally prepared to share some percentage of the cost of the vaccines in the later phases. He further added that the people of the state has earlier donated for Assam Arogya Nidhi to help the state government fight the pandemic. He said they will utilize the amount to buy the vaccines. Chief Minister Sarbananda Sonowal hands over COVID-19 infrastructure equipment to AMCH. Chief Minister Sarbananda Sonowal handed over 2 robots for food and medicine to Principal Assam Medical College and Hospital, Dr. Sanjeev Kakoti, as part of the COVID-19 infrastructure equipment grant sponsored by Rotary Foundation of Rotary International, Rotary Club of Dibrugarh and Rotary Club of Dhaka, Royal Bangladesh under the support of Global Grant at a function held at John Berry White Auditorium at AMCH Dibrugarh. The robots are remotely controllable robotic vehicles that are designed for delivering foods, medicine and other necessary goods to the COVID-19 patients as well as patients with other extremely contagious disease inside the isolation chambers of the quarantine facilities. Speaking at the meeting, Chief Minister Sarbananda Sonowal thanked co-founder Arunjyoti Borgohain of Yantrabot Technologies Private Limited for designing the robot. Speaking about the countrywide inoculation drive of COVID-19 that started on Saturday nationally, Sonowal hailed all the frontline warriors and health workers for dealing with the COVID-19 pandemic with conviction and valor. He also thanked the various departments and organizations for relentlessly contributing towards fighting against the pandemic. Over 7 decades after India's independence, the first ever passenger bus service was flagged off on Friday in the Roing-Anini route in Arunachal Pradesh Dibang Valley district along the China border, officials said. The passenger bus service on the 233-kilometer long route was flagged off by ruling Bharatiya Janata Party MLA Mopi Mihu and will connect the north and northeastern part of the border state. A mini passenger bus of the Arunachal Pradesh State Transport Service would ply thrice a week between border village, Roing and district headquarters, Anini said. Now let's have a look at today's national news headlines. In a spine-chilling incident reported in Madhya Pradesh, Umaria district, a 13-year-old girl was kidnapped and later gang-raped by 9 men within 5 days. 7 people have been arrested till now as per police reports. The accused threatened to kill her if she told to anybody or reported to the police. So the victim did not file a complaint. The horror was repeated 6 days later as she was again kidnapped on January 11 by one of the 7 men who raped her before and then held captive in jungles as well as a roadside eatery, where 3 of them again raped her, the police said. Most farmers favor farm laws, expect discussion on Tuesday, Union Agriculture Minister Narendra Tomar said. Union Agriculture Minister Narendra Tomar today said most farmers are in favor of the farm laws and there are plans to hold a discussion on this Tuesday. The laws were put on hold by the Supreme Court of India earlier this week amid a 50-day protest by farmers at the borders of Delhi. The court had also formed a committee of agricultural experts to deal with the issue. The first meeting of the committee is on January 19. Most of the farmers and experts are in favor of farm laws. After Supreme Court's order, the laws cannot be implemented. Now we expect that farmers discuss the laws clause-wise on January 19 and tell the government what they want other than the repeal of the laws, Narendra Tomar was quoted as saying. 6 dead, 17 injured as bus catches fire in Rajasthan's Jalore. 6 people were killed and 17 others sustained injuries as a bus caught fire after coming in contact with electric wire in Maheshpur of Jalore district late on Saturday night. The incident took place around 10:30 p.m. Saturday near district headquarters. Chaganlal Goyal, Jalore Additional District Collector said. The driver and the conductor of the bus died on the spot, while the 4 persons succumbed to their injuries during treatment in hospital. Prime Minister Narendra Modi condoles loss of lives in Jalore bus accident, wishes speedy recovery to injured. Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Sunday expressed his condolences to the family members of the deceased. He also wished a speedy recovery to the injured. Now let's have a look at today's international news headlines. Nepali climbers first to scale K2, world's second highest mountain in winter. A team of 10 Nepali summiters climbed K2, setting a record as the first team ever to climb the world's second highest mountain in the winter season. The 28,251-foot summit of K2 has never been reached in winter due to weather and geographical difficulties. Climbing to the top requires technical skills. K2 is the second highest peak after Mount Everest. Mingma Gail Sherpa, Nirmal Purja, Pun Magar, Gelji Sherpa, Mingma David Sherpa, Mingma Tenji Sherpa, Dawa Temba Sherpa, Pem Chiri Sherpa, Kilu Pemba Sherpa, Dawa Tenjing Sherpa and Sona Sherpa reached the top of the peak on Saturday afternoon. Gunmen shoot dead 2 women Supreme Court judges in Kabul. Gunmen shot dead 2 Afghan women judges working for the Supreme Court during an early morning ambush in the country's capital Sunday, officials said, as a wave of assassinations continue to rattle the nation. Violence has surged across Afghanistan in recent months despite ongoing peace talks between the Taliban and the government, especially in Kabul, where a new trend of targeted killings aimed at high-profile figures has sown fear in the restive city. The attack on the judges happened as they were driving to their office in a court vehicle, said Ahmad Fahim Kawin, a spokesman for the Supreme Court. There are more than 200 female judges working for the country's top court, the spokesman added. In recent months, several prominent Afghans, including politicians, journalists, activists, doctors and prosecutors, have been assassinated in often brazen daytime attacks in Kabul and other cities. Afghan officials have blamed the Taliban for the attacks, a charge the insurgent groups has denied. United Kingdom to close all travel corridors after COVID. United Kingdom Prime Minister Boris Johnson announced that the country will close all travel corridors from Monday onwards in a bid to keep out new coronavirus variants. The United Kingdom will temporarily close all travel corridors from 4 a.m. on Monday. The Prime Minister during a virtual press conference at Downing Street on Friday. The new measure means that travelers entering the country must have a proof of a negative COVID-19 test in the previous 72 hours. What we don't want to see is all that hard work undone by the arrival of a new variant that is vaccine busting, he said. The Prime Minister made the remarks after the United Kingdom on Thursday banned arrivals from South America, Portugal and some other countries over fears about a strain of the virus detected in Brazil. The new rules will be in place until at least February 15, he said. Now let's have a look at today's sports news headlines. Australia versus India 4th Test. Washington Sundar Shardul Thakur lead India's fight back as Australia take 54-run lead on day 3. A pair of unlikely third-day batting heroes Sunday gave India a fighting chance of securing the draw they need in the 4th Test against Australia to retain the Border Gavaskar Trophy. Washington Sundar and Shardul Thakur in just his second Test put on 123 runs for the 7th wicket, a record for India at the Gabha, taking their team from a precarious 186 for 6 to 309 before Thakur was bowled by Pat Cummins for an entertaining 67 runs. Team India's limited over skipper Virat Kohli was all praise for the resilient duo of Washington Sundar and Shardul Thakur after their fireworks on day 3 at the Gabba on Sunday. Test debutant Sundar and Thakur stitched an inning reviving partnership of 123 runs, helping India fall just 33 runs short of taking the lead in the first innings. Virat Kohli hailed Washington Sundar's top composure shown during his 62-run knock-off 144 deliveries, scoring 7 fours and 1 6. The Indian skipper also heaped praise in Marathi on Shardul Thakur after the pacer scored 67 runs of 119 deliveries, smashing 9 fours and 1 maximum. That's all from today's news headlines. Thank you for watching Prag Digital. This is Saurav signing off from the studio.